Hello, Miss Buchanan's Algebra 1A. This is the 19th of March. This is not due until 3/22. That would be Monday. I want to go through the odd ones with you, and I'm going to set these up right along while you're watching. I started to do them, and I was like, you know what? You need to see the process. So here we go. Remember, slope-intercept form is in y equals mx plus b, right? Okay, when we have y by itself on one side, and then we have the x immediately following the equal sign, and then we have this plus whatever. This b represents your y-intercept, and then your m represents what's called your slope. So the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. See this little y there? That's telling you that's the y-axis. The y-axis is vertical always. So the y-intercept for this one is a +5, a +5. So I go to +5 and I put a point. That's where I'm going to start with this problem. I go -2. -2 means that I'm going down 2 over 1. Remember, your slope is always rise over run. So how it's going up over and then how many. But this is a -2, so that means it goes down. So I go down 2 over 1 and I put a point. I could make more points to make my line a little bit better, just to know where I'm going with it so I don't end up all over the place. So from this point, I go down 2 over 1. And then I just keep going down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And it should make a straight line. And draw it as straight as you can. You might want to use a straight edge so it looks even better than mine. But that's not too bad. That's number one. Number 3, the y-intercept is this right here, +4. So I go to +4. Notice this rise over the run is 9. It's a +9, so it's going up 9 over 2. I go up 9, 1, 2. I can only go up 2. What's going on? Well, I got to figure out what's before it that I can, start drawing back here in this part of my graph. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and back to 1, 2 in order to find the previous point. Not the straightest of lines, but it would look like that. Notice, reading it from left to right, it's going up. It's a positive slope, crosses the y-axis at 4. It goes up 9 over 2 from point to point. That's all you have to do. You have to make sure it goes through the y-intercept, and you have to make sure it has the right slope. So from point to point, whether you're starting here or you have to start behind. Sometimes, like on this example, you have to start from behind your y-intercept so that from this point to this point, it goes up 9 over 2. And that was just a demonstration of how you would find that. Number 5, my y-intercept is this +1. So I go to +1. My slope is 1 over 3. That means I go up 1 over 3. So I go up 1 over 1, 2, 3. I could do it again. Up 1, 1, 2, 3. If I wanted to get, to make my line straighter, get some of these that are going to be over here, I would go down 1 and back 3. 1, 2, 3. Notice it lines up. It should be a straight line. If you're not getting a straight line, you're not counting right. Something's wrong. So I go down 1 and 1, 2, 3 back here. So I make my straight line. So from here to here, it's up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3, going through 1, my y-intercept. Okay, that's number 5. Number 7. I have -5 as my y-intercept. And then this is just a negative x. So it's -1x. -1x looks like this, -1 over 1. So I'm going to go down 1 over 1. So notice reading from left to right, it's going down. So to get the previous ones, I would just keep on making a straight line. It just goes back 1, up 1, back 1, back 1, back 1, Okay, so that this is going from point to point, it's going down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, all the way through -5, my y-intercept. Number 8, my y-intercept is -3, so it's got to go through this point right here. And I'm going to go down 5 over 3. Down 5, 1, 2, 3. Well, I can't do it. So I got to find the previous over here coming into this and going through -3 and a slope of -5 over 3. So I'm going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back 3, 1, 2, 3. So that from this point, I'm going down 5 over 3. Okay, so from point to point, down 5 over 3, it's my slope, and it's going through the y-axis at -3. Number 11, notice that there is no y-intercept. No y-intercept means 0, so I start here. When you have no y-intercept, so your number 8 is going to look like that too. And then your slope is 1 over 2, so I'm going up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. I can get some of the previous dots too, the previous points. If I go down 1, back 2, it should be making a straight line. Down 1, back 2, down 1, back 2. So that from point to point, I go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, through this is called 0 or the origin. Because there was no y-intercept, it goes through 0. And that's the graph of that line. Really hope this helps, and good luck on the even ones.